Welcome to the Researcher Zukan. Today, I'd like to introduce Mr. Yao Ronen, who are studying about e-learning and use of technology for training. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So let's start the interview. First of all, could you tell us about your study?
Absolutely. I have been investigating different things that relate to the use of computers in learning, the use of technology and e-learning. In my most recent project, I've been looking at different aspects that can help for people to transfer what they've learned to what they actually need to accomplish, and not just stay with learning in their heads, so actually to use it. I've been looking at different aspects that relate to this kind of transfer. I've been looking at the learner's personality dimensions and their self-efficacy, how much they believe they can complete. I've been looking at their environment, including the level of noise where they're taking the e-learning course, and I've looked at temperature. I've also looked at what is it that other trainees do while they try to complete an e-learning project. So when they're sitting down in front of the computer, are they really focusing on their training program, on the e-learning, or are they doing other things? And what I've been finding is that more than 50%, about 55% of the people actually do other things while they are learning. Which brings a question of, is the learning effective? And this is actually what I'm trying to investigate now. Does this really have an impact on how much they learn and transfer their knowledge? This is my most recent project. In the past, I tried to look at different things that relate to the trainer or the faculty and how that influences the use of e-learning. So specifically, I looked at the inclusion of seductive details, which are interesting things that the trainer may decide to tell, but are not directly related to the content of what they're teaching. And what does that do to learning? There's been a line of research that looked at seductive details for quite a few years now. And with a group of other researchers, we were able to see that seductive details in technology-based training sometimes helps learning, but other times it's actually not good. But there are some inconclusive results in that regard. So I'm trying to look at various aspects of the use of computers for learning.
So far, do you have any papers or like?
Well, I have been working on quite a few. I've had about 21 different conference presentations all over the country, and I really enjoy that. I really love the ability to communicate with other people and talking with them about research. And I'm currently working on a few other papers.
Wow, so when you are collaborating with the other researchers, what can you offer to them?
When collaborating with other researchers, I think that what I can bring to the table is first my knowledge and expertise in the field of e-learning and the use of computers for training. Also, because I am now based in the United States, I can offer them the knowledge of the American culture in addition to knowledge and access to the Israeli culture. I have both nationalities, and I've conducted research in both countries. So I think that can be useful for many researchers, the ability to gain access to these different samples. And I hope I will be able to bring my expertise and my knowledge in the field of IO psychology, industrial organizational psychology, which is my background.
So how about education or some company, or which is better for you?
What do you exactly mean by that?
I mean, what kind of people do you want to collaborate with?
Well, I would love to work with researchers in different fields.
Different fields.
Yeah, I would love to work with people from education, from business, psychology, of course.
Of course, yeah.
And any person who can bring a unique angle, something that I haven't experienced. So I would love to collaborate with researchers from multiple different disciplines.
To approach multidisciplinary.
Exactly. So I can bring the psychology, they can bring the business, and one other researcher can bring the education, and then we can create a whole picture of what really happens.
That's great. Okay. So to do that, what will you do in the future?
In the future, I've been looking at different things over the years, and we've noticed that The world is increasingly getting smaller and smaller.
Exactly.
Borders are falling, and people communicate much more with people from other countries.
By internet.
For instance, the internet or by travel.
Mhm.
A lot of people go to different countries. For me personally, one of the things that I love the most is to go to other places and to meet with people from different cultures.
Wow, too.
Yeah, and it really is a unique experience. But from what one person can do, I think it's very limited.
Yeah, limited, exactly.
So I really hope in the future to be able to create a learning program that can be applied in different cultures, that people from Japan, from the United States, from Israel, from other countries can all enjoy the same quality of learning. If it's at the workplace or at a university, it doesn't matter, as long as we can deliver really good quality of learning.
Yeah.
For that matter, I would love to conduct a research that looks not only at how things operate globally, but also to see how they would apply to individual countries and individual cultures. And if I try to dream big, I would love to see a multinational program that really works wherever it goes.
Yeah, it is definitely necessary in the future, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. So, how do you hope to benefit from collaborating with other researchers or other company or other people?
First of all, I really truly believe that in order to get the best research design, it's better to work with others than alone. I believe that if I work with people that come from other disciplines, it will really help me to create really good research projects. I would also want to develop good relationships with other countries in order to have long-standing relationships for years to come and create many, many studies. I hope to be able to conduct research in their respective countries and to rely on their local expertise of their culture. I know that if I personally go to a country that I haven't been in before, it will take me a really long time until I learn the culture. But if I work with someone from that specific culture, I think we can make something good happen a lot quicker. Also, I think that if we work in multiple different cultures, the same way I would gladly give other researchers access to American and hopefully Israeli samples, I would love to get access to people in their respective countries. And this way, I think that with a much larger pool of participants, we can have really good study designs.
Yeah, it might contribute to the peace of the world.
Well, maybe one day it will contribute to world peace, and that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, now it's time to finish. So thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.